Today the biggest headline comes from Azerbaijan. Here a sudden flare-up disrupted regional balance as Russian bombings targeted and destroyed vital Azerbaijani state oil infrastructure in Ukraine. In response, Turkey declared its readiness to deploy soldiers to Azerbaijan, setting the stage for a massive rebalancing of influence in the South Caucasus. In Azerbaijan, calls are rising for Turkish troops to act as permanent peacekeepers and security protectors against any future Russian action. The idea gained traction after an Azerbaijani reporter asked Turkish President Erdogan when the Turkish army would arrive in Azerbaijan, because without it there is always the danger of a fresh Russian takeover. Azerbaijanis believe that Turkish forces are the ultimate shield against Moscow as Russia keeps moving extra troops toward the Azerbaijani frontier and strengthens its military outposts in Armenia, despite Armenian opposition. Turkish elite units and advisors already rotate through Azerbaijani brigades and the private security company. Sadat has a visible presence, but the current push is for a permanent and complete Turkish military role in Azerbaijan by joining and guiding public debate in both countries. Turkey is testing the waters for a permanent stationing that would complicate any Russian armed response in the Caucasus. At the same time, Azerbaijan is breaking away from Soviet defense traditions because President Ilham Aliyev has ordered a full shift from Russia's military coordinate grid set up to the US-developed World Geodetic System, the standard used by NATO. This removes one of the last major Russian structures still embedded in Azerbaijani defense planning, marking a decisive split from the Soviet frameworks that once directed Baku's entire security doctrine. The system merges GPS and satellite data to ensure precision in targeting info and joint operational planning across partner forces. By adopting it, Azerbaijan can now send and receive NATO standard military coordinates, reconnaissance and targeting data more smoothly and without delay with Turkish and other allied units, and train in combined missions with no translation gap. This directly supports Baku's push for a permanent Turkish troop presence, ensuring both sides could work seamlessly with one another from the first day of deployment. While the shift is technical, it carries a strong strategic message. Azerbaijan is making genuine preparations for potential defensive clashes with Russia by aligning its mapping, targeting and navigation systems with the West and removing all reliance on Russian setups in wartime. The sharpest signal, however, came after Russian missile and drone strikes deliberately destroyed facilities of state-run Azerbaijani oil company with precise long-range hits in Ukraine. Baku publicly warned it would respond by sending not just humanitarian relief or defensive tools to Ukraine, but actual weapons. Notably, the Baku-based Avia aggregate plant began producing 122mm and 155mm artillery rounds using Turkish and Bulgarian supply lines already in 2022. These are exactly the kinds of shells Ukraine needs most. Artillery rounds to sustain defensive and offensive missions. If Baku boosts such deliveries, the geopolitical impact would be immediate. Another former Russian partner would be openly supplying Ukraine, signaling a deeper strategic failure for Moscow. Russia's attacks on SOCAR assets have therefore created the danger of provoking a stronger, more direct Azerbaijani military role in Ukraine, a move that Azerbaijan could make without fear of Russian retaliation if Turkey stations its peacekeepers in the region. Overall, what began as targeted hits on energy facilities is now feeding into a broader realignment with Azerbaijan openly seeking Turkish troop stationing, embedding NATO systems into its forces to ensure full cooperation and weighing whether to arm Ukraine more heavily. Each step is a response to Russian aggression and a shift that further distances Moscow. The irony is that by striking SOCAR in Ukraine, Russia may have sped up shifts that were already underway, turning a cautious neighbor into an active defense partner for both Turkey and Ukraine. If these moves continue, the Kremlin could realize that in trying to punish Azerbaijan, it instead pushes it solidly into the rival camp, with consequences that stretch far beyond the oil industry. If you are against the assault on Ukraine and you want to back the work that I'm doing, consider joining our own independent news platform. Here you can read our exclusive strategic insights, detailed overviews of all fronts, and frequent tactical breakdown videos. By joining, you will not only show your backing for this channel, but also protect and support independent journalism. The link to our site is in the description. Thank you for watching this update, and I appreciate everyone who stepped up to support us.